Not what's cheaper for Atlas, it's not what's easier for Atlas, it's what's in the best interest of the customer.
Quality and integrity just is produced naturally, I want to say.
When it first started, the first couple of years, it was like, oh no. When they see Bruce, he looks so young. Aloha, and welcome to another Atlas Construction roundtable discussion with our team and family members here, which helped create Atlas Construction, our fourth and fifth generation contracting company. Today, we're going to have a short video discussing, this year in 2026, we became 20 years as a company. That my cousin had, started off 20 years ago, and it's developed into what it is today. And some of the things that we're doing is going through a refresh and really looking at our company from inside out and trying to tweak and become better as a company. And one of the things that we did is we started talking to people within the office and getting an idea of, what does Atlas mean to you? If you could pick a couple of words that would describe Atlas, what would that be? And then it took on an animal in itself, right? And we started to create this vision wall. And then we opened it up to not just the administration, but to our workers out in the field, that does the construction, the actual building of the homes. We asked our subcontractors and our vendors that we work with, and we're working with our homeowners that we worked with in the past. And we're gathering, all of these words, to help describe Atlas. And as it's coming in, we start noticing that is three strong words that seems to be repeated over and over by all four different areas where we ask the question. And that would be integrity, quality, and family. And for me, I was like shocked, because I was shocked that that's what was driven down to everybody, because I truly believe, and I know my cousin, and I'll actually, turn it over to Bruce at this point. But when Atlas was started and it was built and really going through those beginning phases, those are the three words that really helped build the foundation of our company.
Yeah, so the integrity, quality, and family was pretty much the driving factor of when we started Atlas Construction, and to see it come to fruition where everybody, to include my coworkers at an admin, coworkers in the field, our vendors, our subs, and especially our homeowners actually sees that vision. Part of our mission statement, had that within there, encompassing most importantly, yes, integrity, the quality, and a family was just basically overall because of our office and our field and just how we come about and work day by day. Then how we either directly family in blood or Hanai different people into our family. It's taken another force of its own self. Right? And so when we were discussing this vision board was more so to kind of bring out and remind us exactly what our mission and our goals are, and what truly what we're building, and truly what we're trying to encompass as far as when we turn over the home to our homeowners, and how we're working amongst each other day by day, and how we treat each other as far as when we discussing different things, when we have some type of disagreements or whatnot, we want to make sure that that everybody knows that we're riding on integrity. So even if we do have these kind of discussions or these disputes or these disagreements, we can appreciate the other person's input because of the integrity that I believe we all hold. So
for you, Shay, as far as Shay is actually one of our project managers who works hands-on and really helping her team actually build out homes. I mean, she has multiple projects going on and she oversees it at that level. But for you, actually being out there working with the carpenters and your foremen and your teams, how do you integrate those type of the integrity, the quality, and that family ethics and morals into your team?
I feel like our team has been with the company for, just as long. They're already a family with us. Our foremans have been 10 plus years with us, and the quality with that just comes naturally for them. We build everything as if it's our own family homes we build, so quality and integrity just is produced naturally. I want to say.
Yeah, it just follows itself, and I see that as well. I know my nephew. Before you jumped into the office, into your TBD role, but inside joke, I know. But yeah. But
2 episodes
how do you see it? Coming on, into the office and coming from the field. Like, how do you see it? And for a lot of us, we have a lot of tenure within the company, and you're coming in with, what are you now, 4 years?
Yeah, even the guys in the field, they're all family. We all hang out inside, outside of work. So that brings the family aspect. Integrity. We're always putting out good work, as Shay said, as if it was our own house. Even if we do miss something, we'll come back and fix it. Everything is not perfect, but we'll definitely strive for that.
So that, yeah, I wanted to add to that, because some things that we do tell our homeowner is that it's not that we're mistake free. Is that, okay, what do we do as a result, or coming back when we do make a mistake? We hold our head high, and we let them know that they can be reassured that we will make it right. And is that what you found here, Portia? I'll give you that stage. As far as when you see our vendors coming in and our employees coming in, do you see that coming out of them as well?
Yeah, I feel like everybody, like, we work as a family. I feel adopted now. And this is the longest job I've ever been with. And I appreciate working with people who know what they're doing. And you guys been in business for so long, and you can tell everybody cares. Mm-hmm. And we want to do the best for homeowners, our coworkers, our vendors, everybody that we come into contact with. I feel that, that quality, that care, that integrity.
Yeah.
That goes to including our subcontractors. We have a long-standing relationship with them, and we have a long-standing relationship not only because of the fact that the loyalty, but it also that they know what we expect as far as the quality is concerned. And Brenda can attest to some of, because she deals with a lot of our vendors and subcontractors, and obviously she knows them very well. For the most part, a lot of times the subcontractors don't even see the inside of our office, but these guys come down to our office, and we invite them to parties and whatnot, and they can turn it over to Reina.
Yes, we definitely have. I love that we work with a lot of our vendors, and we've subcontracted that we've worked with for many years, built a relationship with them. We see them outside of work sometimes. I wish more often than not. Like Bruce is correct, I don't really see them very often because I'm not out on the projects every day, hardly ever. I'm mostly stuck in my office, but I do communicate with them a lot. I do know that they really admire us because of the integrity that we have. And I think they see that, because when they see the homeowners as well, they kind of express sometimes that, they appreciate Atlas and they appreciate working with Atlas. And I think that's a great place to be, where people really can comment and admire the people that you work with. And then you feel confident in the type of job that you're putting out there as well. And kind of giving that out to people, homeowners and vendors and subs, and having a great relationship with them. We even, some of our vendors that we work with for years, we know what's happening with their families and, their kids. And I love that. I think that it's because we have to be in this environment so often, so many hours in the day, that if you have to really enjoy what you do, and if you really enjoy what you do, it doesn't seem like work anymore. Mm-hmm. You talk with our subs and our vendors, and it's just, they're part of that extended family too. So it's not work. It's just.
I think that's what makes us unique as a company. We have these beliefs that we have within us, and you could see it for its face value, right? You could see it for, we're hiring Atlas Construction, and this is who they are, and this is just their team. But really, we have an extension of our team, and it's like our vendors and our subcontractors. These aren't people that we work with a few times and then you go with a different person because maybe it's going to save us money on some of our expenses. A lot of our vendors, our subcontractors, as well as the people that work with Atlas, and you guys know that we have so much tenured employees. tenured subcontractors. And there's a couple of things that really, I think homeowners really benefit from. One is when you're dealing with everybody who's going to be working on your project, and they've been with the company for 10, 15, 20 years since the conception of Atlas Construction, they start understanding what we project out. See, Atlas Construction was really built on those three, words, but customer service as well. And I think when you have people who believe in what it is that you portray and you're projecting out there, that they also will put that out into what they're doing, our subcontractors out in the field. And that really is what encompasses and the ability to actually come out with the products that we come out with, is because everybody who's there, who's touching, or has something to do with their project, is coming from that same type of foundation that we tried to lay down 20 years ago.
And there's nothing better than to hear from our homeowners as far as, these guys did an awesome work. They did just an awesome job. That they love what they're doing. There's obviously love what they're doing. So that makes me proud when I hear that, when the homeowners actually see and actually repeat that as far as the integrity and quality. Because when it comes to the homeowners, if you just lose one simple item of trust, it's all gone. It's like you can't get that trust back. So that trust and integrity is important to maintain and uphold, not only because of the fact that that's what we derived on, but it's because of the fact that that's what they hired us for. So, and then we do consider it an honor that they hired us, and we want to make sure that we attain that type of level of customer service that they're looking for. And it's just not a job for us. It really is not. I mean, it may sound cliche, but at the end of the day, I want to be able to walk with my kids down to Safeway and say hi to some of my homeowners and some of my clients, and make sure that they're respecting or seeing the level of respect. My kids can see that as well, as far as the...
It's funny you said that about Safeway, because that's one of the things that, for me, and I even tell this to the families that I'm working. When I say family, our customers that I work with is, I'm here from start to end. But when I'm done with the job, I want to be able to walk away from that project knowing that if I see you in Costco, Foodland, Safeway, there's two things I can do. One, I can run and hide because I lied to you, misled you. Or the other one is that I'm able to walk right up to you, give you a hug, tell you, how things are going, how's everything at the house. And that's the one that I choose. I choose the latter. I choose to have that integrity within what I do. And I put that out to my families that, hey, when you see me, I'm not going to mislead you. I'm not going to do anything as we go through this project where I won't be able to see you 5, 10 years down the road and not be able to walk up to you and say hello. And there's a lot of, like Bruce was saying earlier, there's a lot of our families that we've built years, 10 plus years ago. And they don't call every day, but they'll call around the holidays or randomly, they'll walk into the office. Yeah.
Bring stuff.
Bring donuts.
Christmas cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to the donuts.
One of the things that we do look at is like, okay, well, customer first, right? At the end of the day. So it's not the cost, is not what's cheaper for Atlas, is not what's easier for Atlas, it's what's in the best interest of the customer. And when they feel that and when they see that, they do deliver our trust. They do deliver the trust to us. And so that's important. It's important that we gain the homeowner's trust, and not always that we have time to gain that trust. Like, say, for instance, Shay's out there doing the pre-construction meeting, first time that they're going to meet Shay as a project manager. But we ask that they give Shay their trust, their full trust, and that's important, and we take that not lightly. We take that really, we take that as a gift from them, that they are actually trusting us. And so how they transmit that, and how we look at a project, Shay, is that something that you guys see as far as the homeowners and?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's hard, right? They're putting their huge investment and into Atlas itself, and there's so much other contractors out there that can either take it or leave it, right? And so all their trust is going straight into us on one big build, and yeah, absolutely they have it. We take very pride in what we do.
A big responsibility.
Yeah, huge responsibility. Yeah.
Because I remember when we first started, and I can't remember exactly when, but when we first started off, Bruce had all black hair. I had a little bit of hair. And we were young, right? And when we used to go out, we would bring Bruce out there and go meet the clients. We're ready to go and start a project. And every time we'd go there, when we first started, the first couple of years, it was like, oh no. When they see Bruce, he looks so young. So one time we're walking up to the house, right? And it's like knock, and hello, and I'm like, hey, this is my cousin Bruce. This is the owner. And the look on his face, it was so funny. And it was, talk about this gentleman had to put his full trust into our company because he looked like, oh man, it was so funny. But it was,
Well, mind you, I was a young-looking 30-year-old, but so at the end of the day, it was so are you. But if you with a full head of hair, I mean, if you guys can imagine him with a full head of hair, then you guys can understand what I'm talking about. But I mean, to imagine that, and I seen it in his eyes. I seen it in his eyes. I said, at the end, he's putting in $300,000 in a trust into Atlas Construction, and when we delivering that amount of money, they're looking at, okay, look at this bunch of kids. Are they going to be able to get this thing done? But yeah, I mean, obviously we had a lot of experience from that point. But for the homeowners' perspective, they're seeing that a young bunch of kids coming onto the project, and they're going to be paying us $300,000 to do a house or an addition and whatnot. It's just a lot. It's a big burden on our shoulders to make sure that we're able to meet that mark for them. Yeah. But that was pretty funny. After that, he stopped introducing me for a little while. But now, obviously, I can with the gray hairs.
all right, guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this short video, just having us discuss a little bit about some keywords that really help describe and resonate through us, not just as employees, but as a family and as an organization that works with you folks as customers and our extended families. If you are interested in getting a hold of us, we can give the office a call. It's 808-951-9500, or log on, on the web, atlasconstruction808.com. And then we also do provide 2 seminars monthly where we actually go through our process, and that's a little bit more informational than more of a sit-down type of video you're watching today. Really educational and goes through that process. And what we also do is we have an open house, and it's when we complete a job, before we turn it over to our homeowners, they're kind enough to give us the ability to show the home and show the public what type of work, materials, and really who we stand for. It's probably the it's the most tangible thing you're going to get in construction, to be able to actually see what you're going to get. So if you're interested, give us a call, log on to the web. With that being said, once again, from my family, Atlas Construction, aloha.